Okay, yes, children, the time now is 5 p.m. All right, my name is Ben Ong and I am the lead teacher from 88 Tuition. Thank you all for attending the masterclass for the P5 and P6 students. All right, today our topic is about angles. All right, so if you have your notebook or your exercise book with you, that would be fabulous. That would be great. All right, you can put in some of the important notes. All right, so that you can have at least have a jotted book full of formulas, and during or before your exam, right, you can take it out and do a refresher. All right, then you don't have to bring your whole entire textbook to school. Okay, then if you have printed out the worksheet, it's in color, right? Yeah, I purposely make it in color so that it's a little bit much more acceptable to your eyes. All right, so if you have the worksheet in front of you, that is great. All right, you can do all the solution with me. If you're stationary, you have it, that's good. Your ruler, pencil, and color inks. All right, because I'll be making my worksheet very colorful, as you know me. And also your calculator. All right, P5, P6 can use calculator already. All right, make sure you know how to use it. So bring it along. And of course, your attention and focus. Oh, beautiful, Brian. I saw that you actually done some of your questions. Good job. All right, and your attention and focus, that will be great. All right, for the next, I think 1 hour. 1 hour or 1 hour, 10 minutes. Can? All right, it will not be 1.5 hours. I don't think so. All right. All right, so moving on, let's go and take a look at some of the important shapes and important angles that you need to know. Hello, Shanmu. All right, how are you? What's up? All right, so if any case, right, you got anything to ask, right, you can actually go to the chat and you can actually chat with me over there. All right, I have the chat that is open up in front of me. And yes, children, you can on your video if you want to. All right, if your camera is not working, it's perfectly okay. I totally understand. All right, come. So let's go to look at some of the very basic angle first. Check this out. All right. So if you think that it's important, right, write it down. All right. But again, you say that, sure, I don't want to write down, right? Because your handwriting is not as beautiful as mine. It's perfectly fine. All right. I will upload this PowerPoint into your dashboard. All right. So maybe by Sunday or Monday, you'll be able to download it anyway. Can? All right. So the first thing I need you to know is something called this. This is very popular, like that one. All right, something like this. All right, so for example, you have something like that. And the teacher said that, hey, this angle over here is like 30 degrees. What is this angle green over here, huh? All right. So this angle green, maybe you call it angle A, can? All right. So angle A is actually equal to, you take 180 degrees minus away your what? 180, not 108. Did I say 108? Oh no. 180 minus away your 30 degrees to give you a angle green. And the angle green is 150 degrees. What is this called? This is called angles on a straight line. Thank you, Hannah, Brian, and Shamu for your answer. All right, so anything on a straight line, right? Any angles on a straight line, right? Like that, right? All right, straight line, huh? All the angles will add up to, all right, 180. All right, angles add up to 180. And guess what, children? This is coming up for your Sec 1 also. All right, Sec 1, the same thing. But Sec 1, obviously, they call it differently. All right, in primary school, you may call it angles on a straight line. All right, but in Sec 1, they might call it a little different. But it's okay. All right, it's okay. Okay, but ultimately, the working is still the same. So you have the 180 degrees one. You will also have this portion whereby you, what is this? This is like the 90 degree one. All right, this is like the 90 degree one. So down here, right, they say that this angle here is probably 15 degrees. And they did declare, right? They did say that this whole thing is actually a 90 degrees. Question must tell you, okay? Or maybe they say that it's the side of a square. All right, the corner of the square is a 90, confirm. And they ask you, hey, what is this angle over here? All right, we call this angle B. Yeah, sure, no problem. Angle B is equal to, all right, you simply take your 90 degrees, less out your 15 degrees. All right, because right angle, another special name is called the right angle. All right, and when you subtract, right, can you please be careful? Some of you subtract this and write as, I don't know, 85, is it? No. All right, or is it 65? No, it's actually 75. All right, so some of you, right, maybe you are going too fast. So when you go too fast, right, your mind, right, might not catch up, all right, fast enough. So how you make careless mistake lah. All right, so if you can have the chance to press your calculator, right, especially if Angus question comes out in your paper too, can press calculator, press. Right, why be shy? But sure, I know, but it's okay, just press. Right, it doesn't take you like 10 seconds to press the numbers. All right, I believe that many of you have something called the handphone, right? All right, many of you have something called the handphone. This device that is so powerful. Yes. And many of you, when you WhatsApp your friends, right, you are able to without even looking at the screen. Right? Why don't you use this training to train on your calculator? Well, within seconds, you can key in properly into your calculator and get the right answer. All right, it's the same idea, right? Pressing calculator and pressing your handphone. All right, so that is the angles adding up to 90 degrees, and this orange angle is what I call 90 degrees, or we call it a right angle. All right, right angle. So every time you see this word right angle, it is a 90 degrees. Can? So these are very common, very common kind of angles. And another one is called a zoom, X-Men. What? Have you seen this before? Yeah, it's not called X-Men. Right. You know what is X-Men or not? Okay, maybe not. Right. Different generation, I think. Right. Maybe the cartoons that you all watch, Demon Slayer. Ayo, versus my X-Men different generation. I totally understand. All right. I watch Baby Shark even. Oops. Sorry, that's not important. So down here, right, two straight lines. Do you know that this angle over here is actually the same as this angle over here? All right. So down here, for example, they say it's 100 degrees. This one is also 100 degrees. So we call this angle C. Can? So angle C is also equal to 100 degrees. What is this? This is not called the X-Men rule. All right. It's not called the X-Men rule. Oh, Remis, you like X-Men. My goodness. All right. Yeah, man. All right. So angle C is actually 100. Why? Why? Because this is actually called vertically opposite angles. All right. Vertically opposite angles. Okay. Sure. Does this means Eureka! Some of you managed to see this portion here. All right, some of you managed to see this portion here. Eureka! All right, this portion here, all right, is actually equal to this portion here also. Smart lah. All right, that is correct. All right, so this tick is equal to this tick. You are right. It's also called vertically opposite angles. Is that okay? All right, there's another one. There's another one called the dot. Dot. Huh? Sure, dot got what? Yeah, got. All right. So for example, they always give you something. Okay, maybe not a dot. Okay, all right. Okay, it's actually a dot but I don't know how to draw it. You'll give me a moment to draw this. All right. So sometimes they might say it's something like that one. Very irritating. Wait. Right. They might give you. Okay. I know already. Wait. Like that. Okay. Then they will give you the inside here. All right. They will say that inside here is, let's say 10 degrees. But they want to find this portion here. Have you seen this before? All right, have you seen this before? All right, what's this? This one is like the Pac-Man, right? You know what's Pac-Man or not? Oh no, you see lah. Different games we play lah. Huh? Now it's everything about what? Driving car, flying aeroplane, right? Yeah, last time we all played Pac-Man. Okay. Yeah, so the Pac-Man is supposed to eat the monster lah. All right, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Right, so how to talk to you guys? All right, so down here, right? Yes, all right. The big angle down here, right, is actually one entire round. All right, so sometimes they call this angle A, B, C, D. All right, so angle D, right, is actually equal to, you take what? 360 degrees minus 10. Minus 10. This is actually called angle at a point. All right, so the yellow color is called 350 degrees. This is actually called angle at a point. All right. So one entire round the dot is 360. Can? All right. Some of you really know what is Pac-Man. Very good. All right. Oh, you all play Donkey Kong also. Oh my goodness. All right. Do you play the snake? You know the snake, the snake that eat the dot. Then it gets longer every time. All right. Some of you are talking my language very good. All right. Yeah, it's okay. Some of the students, your camera is not working. It's perfectly okay. Don't worry about it. Yep. All right. Important is you learn something from this lesson. All right. Just take it as a revision if you can. Okay. All right. So the next portion, right? We go into some simple shapes. All right. What is this shape down here? this is not only a triangle, it's called an equilateral triangle. All right, and children, can you please learn to spell the word equilateral? All right, so the special thing about equilateral you need to know is that all three lengths down here are of equal length. That's why it's called equilateral. But not only that, the angles are also equal. So down here is what? 60 degrees. Down here is also 60 degrees, and down here is also 60 degrees. And remember, all triangles, all right, triangles, right, the angles must add up to what? All right, for any triangles, all right, any triangles, all right, for any triangles, all right, the angles, sum of angles must be equal to 180 degrees. That is for a triangle, all right. So equilateral triangle versus this one, it looks like a what? This one looks like an isosceles. ISOSCELES triangle. Children, please learn how to spell. Sometimes PSLE, they very irritating one. All right, like paper 1, all right, the part 2, 1 mark. What is this? Isosceles. I know, but I can't spell. How? GG law, lose marks law. Hiya. All right, so down here, right, understand that, right, learn how to spell. Isosceles means two of this same length. If the two of this same length, right, the corner base angle is also same. All right, so these two are of the same angle, same size, same angle. All right, same angle size, can? Okay, so you need to know that it's called a isosceles triangle. Okay, yes, I know it's not English, it's math, I know, but it's very unfair one, Hannah. All right. Then after that, you say that, hey, I don't know how to spell. It's not English. Too bad. All right. Too bad. You just don't know how to spell. All right. So you better learn how to spell, children. All right. Let me just warn you first. All right. Be prepared. All right. Be prepared. Can? Okay. So you know equilateral triangle, you know isosceles triangle. Oh, now we go on to the four-sided shapes. Just to let you know, right, all these four-sided shapes, right, generally we call them quadrilateral. Quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals represents what? Four-sided shape. The meaning of quadrilateral is four-sided shapes. Can? And remember one thing, please. The angles add up to, right? Angles add up to what? 360. Very important. All right. So the triangle is 180. The quadrilateral is 360. All right. Quad means four. Very good. Okay. So on top, right, who do we have? All right. On top, who do we have? All right. We have the rectangle. Okay, we have the rectangle. And the rectangle, what's so special about it? All right. So it's special because, right, the length on top and the length below. The length, length means what? The longer side. Right? Length long. All right, LL. Can you see it? Length long. Right? They are of the same length. Right? They are the longer side. And this portion, right, the breadth, or some people call the breadth the width, the same. All right? Breadth or width, same. Right, is the same with the other side. Is that okay? So sometimes your teacher put one stroke. One stroke means what? That they are the same. This one and this one the same. All right. Sometimes your teacher put two stroke on top is the same as the one below. That's the meaning of one stroke, two stroke. All right. It's just to differentiate, you know, who is the same as who. And remember one thing, Ken? The rectangle, right, got four what? 90 degrees. Okay, these are 90 degrees. Is that okay? Okay, but very importantly, can you all please know one thing? All right, please do not have this misconception. All right, if you cut like that, all right, from one end to the other end, if you cut one end to the other end like this, children, all right, please, don't have this thinking, all right, this angle here, all right, this angle here is not 45 degrees. Please remember that, Ken. Is not 45. All right, this above angle also not 45. All right, what is the degrees? I don't know. It really depends on the question. All right, but you don't take it as 90 divided by 2. Many of you, right, you all just like to divide by 2. I don't know why. All right, everything, every question just divide by 2. I don't know why. All right, but not like that. Not like that. For a rectangle, it doesn't work the same way as a square. All right, so it's not 45. Stop it. Don't have this thinking. Can? So that's for a rectangle. All right, what is this special shape over down here? The next one. This is called a parallelogram.